another feedback video for week number 2 of the 21-day healing program that we're doing now in December 2020. And the theme this time is Lightworkers Unite, Deep Trust and Activation of the Light Grid. And wow, I just say wow again because the activations were so powerful for you guys this week. And I have received so many beautiful comments and feedback emails from you, from your beautiful experiences. And I will read some of your feedback emails and also some comments and some questions from Facebook, from the Facebook group. And I will also, of course, go through what we have been working on during this week. Me and my twin flame, who's on the other side, and also your ascension team, your healing team. So let's dive into it directly. I had this beautiful feedback from one of the participants saying, my sense of gratitude knows no bounds for this wonderful experience we are going through together. And I can just agree with you. It is so amazingly beautiful. It's beyond words. Really, it is. And first of all, what we have been working on this week, you have received 4 activations from my twin flame, and he's on the other side. As I've been talking about, he passed away this April. So he's been working from that realm with you guys. And these activations, of course, can happen during these actual dates or days for according to the schedule. But sometimes the activations will, of course, happen earlier or actually happen afterwards. So I don't really know when it's the perfect time for you to receive these activations. So just be aware of that. So it doesn't mean that you have to receive the pineal gland activation just for this day. It might continue also several days because it's needed for you, and that's up to your team and my higher self and my twin flame, of course. I just wanted to mention that my twin flame, he actually came to me the day before he started the activations, and he was joking about. He was so fun when he was alive as well. So, and he's still joking with me. He was joking about, that he had to speak English with you because you're an English-speaking group. And his English was not very good when he was alive, so he was joking about that. I was like, do I have to speak English to them? It's like, no, he knows, of course, that he doesn't. He was just joking. So I just wanted to share with you that. I thought that was quite funny. And some of you have been writing to me about this healing man, so to speak, quote unquote healing man coming to you during this week. And from what I can see from your emails, I can see that it is my twin flame most of the time, because I recognize, his way of doing things and his way of speaking and things like that. So it's okay. Day 8. The theme for day 8 was the restoration of your trust link to source. And what we were working on, it was to establish this link going from your heart to the heart, so to speak, heart, quote unquote, heart of the source. So we were connecting your heart to the heart of the universe through this energy link, and it was very, how would I describe this? It's very thick, like a trunk, almost like an elephant trunk, going from your heart to source. And from what I see it, we have been in separation, or actually the experience of a separation since the last fall of Atlantis, about 14,000 years ago. So that's my view on this. So we have lived through this experience of being in separation, which of course was according to like the master plan, but still it's been very difficult, very, very hard for us to experience that. So we were working on establishing that link for a while. We were also clearing out any doubts and really making sure that this trust link was, what do I say, like in totally in impact, like not impact. The link was just, perfectly aligned and perfectly set up. So it was not too difficult to do that with you guys. There were some doubts, but it was not too difficult, and we had to clear out some things to be able to establish the link. But okay, so day 9 was the first activation. It was activation of the third eye, the pineal gland, and the 11th gate. And this was really, really powerful. This was very powerful for the Scandinavian group as well. I just wanted to mention that. So this, I'm actually thinking about doing some kind of recording of this one, guiding you with this activation, so that it might be easier for you to do it in that kind of way, and also that so that other people can do it as well. And I think it's really important it was very powerful because it's very important, because the pineal gland is very important for the ascension process. My English is not working today. I've been speaking so much Swedish. The pineal gland is very important for the ascension process, to be able to access, those higher energies, and also to be in contact with your guides, your higher self, your star family, and everyone. So I think that's why this activation was so powerful, and also because it's the calcification of the pineal gland might be quite a lot for you to so we had to clear out a lot in the pineal gland to be able to do this activation. So of course it was like a cleansing process, a clearing process of the pineal gland as well. So and this activation opened you up to a whole new way of seeing the world around you. And I know that there was one person in the Facebook group, I guess, I think I will read it later on, that I think it was a woman, she experienced this totally new way of seeing things. I will come back to that. So maybe you have experienced that during this week, that you've been able to see and feel things in a different way, more like a deeper way. And this is through the 11th gate, in a sense. The 11th gate, as I've been talking about, is the portal of possibilities. And it is as if you can see all different alternatives for you in your life, and also parallel existences. So you have also, if you were just concentrating on this life first, you can see much clearer about your alternatives for this lifetime. So if you are in a situation you have to make some choices, and it's probably easier for you to discern what choice to make. What decision to take. So so that is one aspect of this. And also, of course, when you're traveling to the 11th gate and you are in that realm, you will see also, different parallel lives, and you can make choices from there. So, and also it will become more clear to you what your truth is and what the truth is, actually. So it's much easier for you to discern, and it it can be quite good to know to do that in this chaotic times, right? So I will explain more about the 11th gate. It's like the place, quote unquote place, is not a place, but we call it a place where we are going in the ascension process. That's sort of like the goal. It's always difficult to explain this multidimensional experiences, but because it's not 3D, you can't really explain it from a 3D level. But I try to do it. So the 11th gate is like the place, quote unquote place, where we are going in the ascension process, and that's where all the dimensions meet, and you can go everywhere from that quote unquote place. So it's like a station, like a train station, or like a junction where you can access all different dimensions and timelines. And we are not restricted to 5D. I know that many people are talking about, going from 3D, 4D to 5D, and that we're going. That's the ascension process. For me, it's not like that. You're going to a level where you can access everything. So it's not just limited to the like the 5D realm. That's my way of explaining this, and. So now that you are connected to this portal, you are connected to this 11th gate, it's much easier for you to also leave the 3D world. It's not that we're just, oh, bye-bye, we're going to leave. But I know that some people are, including me, not very happy to be in this mess. But it's not about, escaping or anything. It's about development and going to the next step in your life and your soul's development. We are living in this illusion, this 3D world, and so this is a way of, going to this new level in the ascension process. So this facilitates the ascension a lot, and it's also to be able to leave like the 3D world. It's you have to see through it like the illusion that it is. You have to see through, not have to, but you can see through all the lies, and you will see the truth. You will get connected to like the core truth, to the essence of the universe, to God, to love, to source. So in that sense, it will be easier to just, I'm leaving this illusion. I don't want to be here, and I'm ready to take the next step. So that's what I mean by, leaving 3D. It's not about escaping, but I think you know what I mean. And also, we are through the 11th gate, and actually that quote-unquote place, we are also brought back to that quote-unquote place that we were before we got incarnated, before we got here. It's not really before we got incarnated. Actually, it's not like being a soul and coming down to this body. It's the place where we were before we got this calling from the earth, because we were in a different dimension. We were in a different. Maybe on a different planet or something. We were in different places all over the universe, and we heard this call from the earth saying that I need some help. Can you please come and help me? So we got a sense of, getting in contact with that place before you got here. I hope you understand what I mean. So it's not really before you incarnated. Yes, I'm actually going to read a feedback right here. I usually don't, but I see that this is very connected. So today I'm discerning what is light. Like a child, I'm in a discovery process of new things. I can now see with new eyes. Yes, that's what I meant. That contain light, even certain stocks, and things that do not contain light. Things with light pop out in 3D. Observations like fruit is made of light, and certain technologies are made of light. If I look at anything today, I seem to have a new filtering system that detects light and non-light. I don't think I'll ever eat chicken again. Curious? Anyone else having this experience? I think this was from Facebook. So this woman, I think it was a woman, she had this experience of seeing with new eyes. So I just wanted to share that right away. So day 10, activation of new chakras. This is going to be a long one. There were many chakras activated. So in the ascension process, our energy fields are getting more and more what I call activated and connected to everything, and also able to receive much more light. So we get access to more of our true selves. So the flow of the energy increases in our physical body and as well as our energy system. And by that, new chakras are being opened. And I see it in this way, that many of our chakras will be opened now and continually onward. And so many chakras will be opened, and also at the end, like when all chakras, all the cells are open, because every cell is like a chakra. So then it will be just one chakra, your energy system, and you will be activated, like 100% activated to one chakra. That's what I see when looking at this. And when your whole energy field is activated in that way, you're, of course, connected to Source again in a much powerful way than we are at this very moment. So my twin flame came to assist you in this one as well, in opening your new chakras. And it was chakras inside of your body and also outside your body. And when I mean new chakras, I mean, of course, new chakras like beyond the seven traditional chakras that we usually talk about. And I think different chakras got activated for different people. So it's not that you had all these activations during your session. And I will go through and see what I've seen happening during this session for the whole group. So you might have received all the activations. You might have received some of these activations. You also might have received like other activations that I'm not mentioning. So please trust yourself and trust your intuition. And also, I do recommend you to do this session again, like after the whole program. I will go through that in the feedback video for week 3, that you can do the program once again and many times, and not paying anything, of course, again, but you can just do this program again and again if you need to and if you want to. So I truly recommend you to do this session again after the whole program, that you finish the whole program. So this is what I've seen happening for the whole group for this session. I think I've mentioned above your breast, like in your chest area, like 2 chakras here. And also there were many chakras around your head. There were 2 points in your neck. I can't show you because I can't like turn around, but in your neck on both sides. And your temples, and one in the center of your neck, like you have this little bump here, like I think it's more like the lower part, like below this little bump that you have there. Hopefully you have the bump. And your cheekbones. And also this was very interesting. I think I have explained this in the introduction video. An expanded third eye. So we activate, or not we, my twin flame activated the third eye with like 3 points around the third eye. It's like a ring with 3 points around the third eye, and these points are rotating, and it's rotating in all different directions. So it's not just in one plane rotating, it's rotating in all different directions, in all planes. And this facilitates contact with many different civilizations and also other worlds. So it's like a way of tuning in. You can direct this, and I advise you to get in contact with this, sit and meditate on it and see how you can use this. Because it's actually very simple. You just use your intention, like I want to speak to the Pleiades, and you use your intention, like yes, and you can feel, you can see that this expanded third eye can move around and connect to that realm that you have your intention to contact. So there were several activations for this chakra, and in order for this system, this navigating system, like this GPS, so that it could connect to different dimensions and worlds. So it was a very powerful, it's a very powerful new chakra that we can really use and get in contact with more. If you want to, I guess you want to. And also your hands and your feet. Were activated like new chakras, both your like underneath your feet, your soles, and also your palms, and also on the top of your hands and the top of your feet. Between the heart and the solar plexus, I call this like the sacred plexus. I would probably translate it to like the sacred plexus. So it's like between your heart and just your solar plexus. And also your hip bone. I can show you, unfortunately. I have to stand up. I can't stand up here, but I sit in my sofa. But like on the hip bone on the front, I tried to look it up like in this anatomy books and things, but I could not really see from those pictures what you call it in English. But it's like in the front, you have this hip bones. And also the pelvis, more like on your bum, like on the back of your bum, side and back, like two different places. And you have also this two antennas outside the head, and I have to see from the neck points. You have the neck points two on both sides. It's like an elongation from the neck points outside. And also this is to strengthen the connection to different like realms and also to your higher self. And also your shoulders and your earth chakra, like underneath your feet. You can see it as like an energy egg underneath your feet, underneath your soles, connecting to the new earth. And that's really important. It's not just connecting to the earth, it's connection to the new earth. So all of these chakras may have been activated for you, but I'm not sure really sure. So please do this session. If you're called to do this session again, please do. But wait after you have finished the whole program. So just do one session at a time for each day, and then you can do the program. I will talk about that in the next video, in the next feedback video. And day 11, activation of new nodes in your energy system. So I think I have explained this also in the introduction video, but I will try to explain it again a little bit. In the energy network around you, you have so-called nodes. These are like the junction where the energy channels or energy threads, energy highways, whatever you want to call them, are crossing each other. So these nodes are activated and to facilitate more flow of energy. So everything aims here to get more access to your whole potential, your divine potential. That's what we're doing. It's the ascension, right? So some of the nodes are more like these, I would call it like, I don't know if it's the right word, but central junctions for the whole energy system. Like them, for example, you have the outside the heart. It's a very central, and also solar plexus. It's a very central point where a lot of like energy threads are meeting. So those were very important to activate more. And also outside your shoulders, for example, you have also these, some of those nodes are connected to the chakras that the new chakras that we have been activating. So just outside those new chakras, these new nodes are activated as well. So everything, it's coming together. So all of these activations will make it easier for the energy to flow through your system. So I think it will be even more clear when I talk about the next day, crystal body activation, because all of these activations are connected, of course. And this is an activation on more like a cell level, where the reconstruction of your cells will take place, or actually are taking place. So the cells are changing their molecular structure so that you are transforming your body to a more liquid crystalline form. So it's not like carbon-based form. So that's our goal here with this session and all these activations. So the energy network inside of your body was activated in the first step for this session, so that the energy network can reach all the way to the smallest part, like the atoms and all the particles in your body, in your cells, your molecules and your atoms, all the elemental particles. So that was the first part. You activated like the inside part, like, and also our activating that, the highways, the energy threads. I should have like pictures, the pictures that I'm getting in my head. It's always so difficult to explain, the energies, how they travel and how they look. So that was the first step, so that the crystalline energy can come in and reconstruct the physical body, the material structure of the body. And then the second step was to have this crystal energy coming in, and I see it as like thick lava from like a volcano, but it's white and it's shimmering and like opal in a way, like all colors of the rainbow. It's very, very beautiful, and that energy, that thick lava, white light, opal rainbow energy is just coming into your physical body and start the reconstruction of your body. So that's that was so beautiful to also to see your bodies and how they were, changing in this beautiful, becoming this beautiful light being. Okay, so day 13, it's called flush healing. So in this session we were using a lot of cleansing energies that were flushed through your whole system via the network into the cells, and also cleansing on a cell level, flushing through the whole body, through the blocks that you might have, hopefully not too many still, but and through the chakras and all through the energy system outside the body also, and with its nodes and its energy threads. So we're flushing the whole system, both inside your body and outside your body. So it's like a renovating the whole body and your energy system. So that was very, very nice to see as well. Not too much debris, what I could see, but some, of course. Day 14, reinforcement and stabilization of your light network. We worked with an energy that we're strengthening your whole energy system here. And I usually use this word in Swedish. I think it's called rebar in English. So it's like this light metallic energy to stabilize your light rebars inside and outside your body, so that the system could be more steady and firm. So it's like when you build a house, you have these rebars inside, so to stabilize the house and to make it like steady and fast and firm. So so this is like in the same way in your body, you're making this metallic in a way, light metallic energy to stabilize in a similar way. So that was the whole week. It was very, very powerful. Oh my God. And I really want to thank my twin flame for doing this beautiful work. I know he's so happy about it, and he's so excited to work with you guys. He just wants to say hello to you, all of you. And of course you can speak to him as well, and not only through me, but he was very, very pleased to do this, and he's really grateful. He's telling me that right now. He's so grateful. So thank you all, he says, yes. Okay, so a little bit about your general experiences this week. It was very powerful. Many of you have written about this huge power that in the energies that are transmitted. Some have been talking about a strong headache, and I see that connected to the pineal gland and also the different chakras concentrated to the head. Some anger and irritation, totally normal. Some vivid, colorful dreams. Some people have been writing about, but in general, like powerful, strong, and beautiful experiences. Some gifts has been activated. And I actually forgot to tell you last week, there was this person that we're talking about, this telepathic gift that she had activated during like the first week, like the first days, I think. and it was about overhearing. But I've been talking about, my friend that got this activation from my twin flame. She she has been overhearing conversations from miles away. Very, very interesting. And also, some people have been talking about light language and cosmic language that you have been speaking. I think I mentioned something about that last week. I'm not sure. But there have been like 2, 3, maybe 4 people, I don't remember now, that has been speaking light language or cosmic language um, during these weeks. I don't know. I don't think it's during the sessions, but like probably because of the sessions, I would say. So I will read some of the feedback that I've gotten. One of the members of the team tuned the correct frequency of my pineal gland. He even unscrewed the top of my skull and adjusted the brain. It's very, very crazy. It's not like they have been doing that physically, of course. Adjusted the brain, which had to come, which had come out of place. A very strange experience. Another member of the team worked with my third eye. I don't know exactly what happened, but I now have a fourth eye inside of my third eye. He said it should help me with the clarity of the small print, and it will be exciting to see what that means. While all this was happening, I had a fruitful conversation with my higher self that also felt wonderful. Then, when the work was finally done on the eye, I had hastily dragged into a tunnel and off I went. I've done this in meditation many times, so I was not afraid, just curious where I was going. I came to a door pretty quickly and was welcomed in. I had arrived at the 11th gate, I was told. When I entered, I was told that all times and dimensions gathered here together all at once, just as I said before. I experienced meeting all the eyes, the me's, the eyes that I have been and ever will be. I had the opportunity to talk to all the versions of myself and tell them that I love them and I welcome them into my heart with love. Then I experienced an amazing and indescribable feeling of being whole, an incredible feeling. I stand whole in my love in my deep inner room. Then I traveled back and the healing was complete. Thank you, dear Zoe, for helping me experiencing this. Thank you so much. Wow, another experience of this, 11th gate and going through the tunnel. So I'm very, very pleased that you have this experience, since my experience was so beautiful. Hi, wonderful Zoe, Annette, and all the others who are on this exciting round of healing. I've really been up and down this week. Before the healing began, I felt completely dejected. I mostly sat and stared and didn't bother much with what was happening around me. During the next week, this feeling came and went regularly, and in between, I was nuts, really angry and irritated. Then, when I got something or when I had an insight about my future, I was over the top happy. At last, something's happening. Day 4, crystal body activation. It's not day 4, it's day, I don't remember what day it is, it doesn't matter. The crystal body activation, I traveled upwards like through a tunnel. It went quickly and I felt I was pulled out in space. Traveled out in the universe to a spaceship. Their friendly ETs greeted me and they were tall and thin. They had faces like you often see on TV except for the eyes. The eyes were not large or slanted, they were more like our eyes. They seemed very friendly and smiled the whole time. They said they come from a place whose name starts with an O and L. I didn't really hear as they talked in a distorted kind of way. They activated points on my body. Then I was suddenly back on Earth again. I'm a master on in my sentiency broke up my physical body painlessly at the rib cage in order to access the crystal body. He said he was obliged to do it because it was really time I took too long. They are getting impatient with us. No, they're not, but I know they can do it, and then they just do it because you're ready for it. So he pushed different buttons and points to start different functions and said, now you can do this, now it's ready. Everything is easier than you think. Everything is already there. Later that day, I received information and a clear picture that I now have direct contact with the universe through my crown chakra. A strong white pillar of light flowed with white light straight upwards from my head. My guide was thrilled and sang, "We're on the way, we're loaded, we're lit." It's actually a Swedish song, so I felt happy and huge, and a huge finally. After another healing session, I dreamt that I lost almost all my teeth and hair, but but they would come back. Scary feeling, wondering what that means. I'm not like a dream interpreter, but from what I know, that losing your teeth and maybe your hair as well, but losing your teeth, it has to do with like economic problems or like worrying that you're gonna lose all your money, or so it has to do with trust, of course. So it's all within this theme. I'm so grateful that I'm a part of this journey. I clearly feel that the new is on the way and it will succeed. Um, um, there isn't room for anything else any longer. Even if this frustration is high and the irritation is present the whole time, I still feel a strong trust. Thanks for this, and thanks for all of you who are here in light and love. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, what an experience. I love these surgeries that they're doing. And you know, cutting off cutting your rib cage open and things like that. Painlessly though. Okay, some voices from the Facebook group. I have really been looking forward to the third eye activation. It's something I've been working towards since 2016, when I first learned it was possible. I definitely feel increased activity and pressure in my pineal gland area, and I'm so excited about what is happening each day this week. It's magical. Thank you, Ascension team, Annette, and of course Zoe. Thank you so much. And there's a lot of people writing about this pineal gland activation, so I think I'm going to read like several of them. Day 9, pineal gland 11th gate activation. Wow. I knew going into this particular meditation healing session that it was going to be strong, and it certainly was. I could feel the energies pouring through me, and I'm taking a melatonin supplement to sleep, because otherwise I will be up all night. Hope everyone is doing well. Another one. Well, very deep stuff is coming to the surface. I am calm and accepting, but observe negative feelings. There is a great need or feeling to break free. Massive block in my solar plexus. I feel resistant. Working through it all with my breath and heart meditations. I'm not concerned, very curious though. Also, I cannot bring myself to cook anything with meat. Before this, used to be a vegetarian half the time only. Interesting. I'm making beautiful, delicious vegetarian meals though. You can come and cook for me. That would be great. And yes, it's really time to break free, as I wrote to you there in the Facebook group. And this curiosity that you're mentioning, it's a great way, I think, to be curious about, wow, oh, this uncomfortable feeling is arising, and I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, I don't really like this emotion. I don't really like to be angry or depressed or sad or whatever it is. But just, oh, wow, I wonder where this come from. And so just be curious about it. So that's a very, very good way of handling it, and also go through it, because you're not resisting in that kind of way. You're just, okay, and being more observe more in the process. So that's a very good way of dealing with it. So thank you for sharing that. Another voice here from, I think it was from the Facebook group. Restoring the trust link to source. A hard day today. Everything not in alignment with trusting the link to source has been coming up to be released. Has been almost impossible to work or get anything done, a lot of physical pain as well. And yet at the same time, there is this constant fizzing sense of excitement and light, knowing that this deep cleanse is a necessary step, leading us all into a much happier state of being. Just feel so blessed to have this opportunity to speed up the process. Yes, that's exactly what it is. We're speeding up the process. We're helping each other, and the energies are helping and assisting in all of our journeys, and in my journey as well. And the crystal body activation also was very powerful for some of you guys, and there was some voices here again from Facebook. I feel like a current keeps running through me all day, and now I'm tired. Oh my god, it felt like all my molecules were shaking up into light particles, an intense fizzing light sensation for many, many hours. I'm so incredibly tired right now and excited. Um, this is such an interesting journey. Old tapes keep playing in my head, but now I just observe them with detachment and say to myself, I remember that one. Like I said, this is an interesting journey and I'm loving it. Another way of just, this beautiful detachment, and you don't have to, go into that trauma and digging in it. Sometimes you might need to do that, but now these days I don't think we actually need that much. We can just observe it. It's like, yeah, okay, that's the old me. Like, hi, how are you doing? It's like, I'm the new me now. So I just love that. Hi Zoe and Annette. Well, thank you for the program. It's been something remarkable in my life, mainly because the coming times. I had an ugly dream with my two sisters-in-law. They were against my marriage and convinced my wife to abandon me. It was awful. It was very long and intense in my dream, but I don't want to go deep on details. It's worthless. But today, December 11th, I woke up with a marvelous feeling of feeling a part of something big. And besides the opportunity I have receiving such powerful energies, I'm also responsible of that, and I have to spread the word that people must change their mind towards the light, the positive, the optimistic, the good, instead of just complain about all wrong things in life. Besides, I'm convinced now I'm going to take the extra week. Blessings and my gratitude to you. That includes my cosmic guides for sure. Thank you for sharing that. And I totally agree with you. I also feel a lot that we can spread, joy and happiness, and try to share people up out there. Okay. Hi Zoe. Wow, what an incredible experience this has been so far. I feel as though I'm traveling 100s of years every day. I've sensed many light languages coming in, rainbow DNA activations with codes, visions of many ancient languages pouring in my third eye, huge releases of old ways of thinking. I feel as though I'm being trained to live in my heart in peace, a completely different way of being without struggle. Constantly feel drawn to gaze at the sun in particular, also the moon and the stars, and am very aware of ET's helping. Last night the Andromedans came in with music codes. Have never experienced their presence before. Huge rays of light through the top of my head and out into the earth. My body is changing, lots of strange and intense pains each day, a big detox. Also, I want to rest all the time. Hasn't been easy to work at all. And sleep is still a problem. You can't buy melatonin in the UK. And I sense deeper inner shifts in my relationship to music. I'm a musician. New sounds, frequencies are becoming available to us. Wow. I was meeting some friends yesterday, and we were talking actually about the tuning of music, because I have a musical background as well, as you might know. And we were talking. I think you know this, but I just feel like mentioning it, like the tuning of what do you say? Like the tuning of the instruments has been tuned down to be more like a distortion to our body, because music is healing. So if we tune it in, is it for, I'm not sure now, is it 444 hertz, 444 hertz? That's like the, you can, anyways, you can look that up. If you tune it to the like the organic way of the natural way of using music, like how our bodies are more in alignment with that. It's not like the distorted musical signal, the tuning that are used in all music these days. It was actually done by the Cabal, if you know the dark forces. So I think you're aware of this, but I just wanted to mention that to everyone else as well. So if you use that tuning, the more natural tuning, your music can be more healing to your listeners. So I just wanted to mention that. And you continue here. Also, several friends I haven't seen for a long time have been in contact telling me that I have appeared very strongly in their dreams. I guess these activations are intensifying our activity in the astral plane, question mark. Yes. I haven't heard about any participants having these experiences, but I know that I have appeared a lot in people's dreams. I don't know what I'm doing, but I sense it's good. I come with advice and things like that. So my higher self is traveling during the night and come into people's dreams and speak to them and advise them in certain things. But yes, so I guess that's probably because you are more connected to like different planes and so I think yes, that these activations has to do with it for sure. So much more to tell you, but I don't want to jam your already bursting mail inbox. So with so much gratitude for this incredible and a very important work you're doing. Love, thank you so much. And I'm sorry that you can't get melatonin in UK. It's actually, you can't get it in Sweden here where I live, but I order it from like the US, I think. So look that up. But sometimes it's not happened to it hasn't happened for me, but maybe it's for you that they take it in the customs anyway, so and throw it away, or maybe send them back. I don't know. So that might be a problem to get the melatonin into the country. It's not a real problem here. Sometimes I have to pay extra, but it has been working beautifully. And I can also go to the doctor and he can prescribe it for me if I want to, but I don't want to go to the doctor for that one. Hello Zoe and family. This has been such an incredible 2 weeks for me. I'm working long hours, so I set my intention to receive the healings between 3:44 a.m. and 4:44 a.m. Sedona time while I was asleep. My troubled mind stilled and I was most open to the energies. It is absolutely thrilling to wake in those first few moments and take an inventory of the previous night's surprises. That first week was pretty rough on me. I found out that my inner child was still very angry. I thought I had cleared that many years ago. The heart meditation and the tapping exercise finally put her at ease. The rest of the first week I felt terrific and energized at one moment, and as if I were coming down with the flu the next. Barely made it to the bathroom a few times. Talk about detox. You're the first one writing about this, bathroom stuff. But during my 21-day healing programs in Scandinavia, many people have experienced that. So I just wanted to mention that people are running to the bathroom a lot in many different ways. So it's totally normal. It's, as you said, it's like detox. The second week is simply beyond words. I will try to put these feelings into words and not be too lengthy about it. The entire day after the third eye opening, I knew and felt things on such a deep level that I felt uncomfortable. Slowly I came into alignment with the changes and feel so much better. Again, I have done work on opening my third eye in the past, but this activation was on an entirely different level, so powerful. that's my experience too. I've done a lot of, openings like third eye activations and things like that, but this activations is beyond everything. The activations of the new chakras, new nodes, and crystal body, the crystal body. Oh my God, I'm feeling as I am an entirely different, brilliant, loving species. I sometimes feel myself shaking, but not because something is wrong, but because it feels like tremendous amount of energy is flowing through me. So cool. Can't wait for week 3. Also, I found your email about the tribunal to be very interesting. As a nurse, I am among some of the first that are supposed to get the vaccinations. For months and months, my gut has been telling me no. I appreciate you and your team so much, Zoe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. Hi, Zoe and Annette. The other night I woke up in the middle of the night and I had to write this down. I don't think it's about me. It's more answering questions about my curiosity about the Galactic Federation of Light. I didn't want to put that in the Facebook group in case something was wrong or inaccurate. I also think I might have been writing from a memory of what you said in the video. That's the skeptical me. Please, can you sense into who this might have been from, i.e. what sort of being, or if my interpretation is resonant? And this is the message. I am part of the Galactic Federation of Light and work for the highest good on the planet. We are heart-loving beings here to raise the consciousness of the earth, of the planet. We operate in love, with love, for love. Our hearts are full, bursting with love for you. We are here to care deeply for the beings on the planet. We look forward to the great transformation where we hope to elevate the consciousness of the planet and spare it from danger. There are dark forces and we come in peace to override them. Love, light, life, and kindness are pillars of our trust souls to help us on our mission. We operate from the highest good and the good of the planet. And I think you ask a question here. Where do I belong? We are one, a collective consciousness, heartfelt, open, transmitting, transmuting. Technology is our superpower. We have intricate, advanced systems beyond your wildest dreams. And that was the message that she got. Kind regards. Thank you so much for sharing this. This was a beautiful message. I felt that my voice was almost changing when I was reading it. When I was reading it out loud, now for you guys. It's difficult to say exactly where they're from, but I get this sense of this. He doesn't really look that human. He looks human in a way. He's standing up, and he has sort of like a human body, almost like a Sasquatch, but like smaller. But I don't really. Oh yeah, maybe he's in the Galactic Federation. Yeah, yeah. I suggest you also to really, feel it for yourself. And I'm not, I'm not here to tell you the truth or telling exactly what he's from or what she's from. But I got this sense of actually like a very hairy guy, almost like a Sasquatch, like Bigfoot, but smaller. And so loving, and I see that it has like a connection to the how do you say it in English, flambians. This is a new race that is in the extra week. You will receive codes from the flambians, the Flambian civilization. That is a new civilization that came through for this extra week. And the flambians, I see them like very small and hairy. And they're so loving. They're just love and this very joyful energy, and so much. They're just love, So I feel a connection to this guy, the Galactic Federation guy, to this the Flambians. I see a connection like being the grandfather, like the ancestors, because he's much taller than the Flambians are. So that's what I see, but you know, don't take me for like my words. Just feel into yourself and see if you can talk to this entity and talk to this person more and ask more questions, because you have the connection, I don't. So um, and please feel free to share with us again. That would be lovely. Okay, hi, some questions. Hi Zoe and team. I have been doing Zoe's last healing video from a month ago. I think that was like one of the lives that I did, like the free healings that I did on YouTube. I've been doing this healing video every day because I feel intense love, joy, and healing from it. I've been blown away by the powerful energies I feel, and it has become my routine at night before going to bed. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm so happy. And now, since I started the 21-day healing sessions, I have been very drawn to letting the healing video play while doing the daily session. So far, it's been amazing. The energies have become even more intense. Sometimes I'm just gone like you when you transcend in deep meditation, and other times I have interesting visions or deep peace and intense love and oneness. So I guess my question is whether or not this is a good way to do these sessions. So far it's been magical. Thank you for your feedback. I'm loving this journey. Peace and blessings. Oh wow, I'm so happy that you find so much support in that healing video. Of course, I do suggest that you just take one healing session, and that it can be a little bit too powerful and to do too much. But I mean, it's working for you, so do what you feel drawn to. I mean, if it's working in this beautiful way, I think you should continue. But it's nothing that I usually recommend, though, because it's the energies are very strong. So, but yeah, if you feel like doing it, just continue, because it seems to work beautifully for you. Hi, Zoe and Annette. Although I can't say for sure I felt any of the activations after the crystalline body one, I felt so. I think it's supposed to be light and bright, as though lit up from within. Sunday, during the flush healing, I was speaking in light language, another one in light language, in many different tones, one of them distinctly childlike, another deep and sonorous, and it was just bursting out of me. I cried a few times, felt my body being pulled about, and my head and my neck being manipulated. I think you're like twisting and things like that. So it's not in a negative way, I sense. I feel pretty exhausted in the hours since. I have slept better this week compared to the first week, but dreams have been horrible, which is unusual. So I think this may be toxic release of negative memories going on. Sending love and gratitude. So another one talking like light language, or the language I'm speaking is cosmic language, but most people call it light language. I think I got a question on that later on. Dear Zoe and Lightworkers, I so appreciate all your practices and connection to realms of light. You have aided such healing in my life in the last 3 years. I accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, came across you on YouTube, and the connection has brought such contentment to my livelihood and the relationships. I have a question regarding foods, in particular meat. I have been eating minimal amounts of meat in this last week, which is normal for me, mostly fowl and fish, but some cured bits in a croissant yesterday. Since I'm Since I'm writing about it, I feel confessional since I don't eat much but mostly fish and fowl. I'm wondering how that is for the healing. You mentioned it involves death, yet all life involves death and transmutation, so I'm confused. All my food is grown and harvested as well as cooked locally with organic and mindfulness practices. What do you feel is the difference? I'm very interested in understanding this. Thank you. As far as the healing, it becomes more intensified each day. I feel in some ways it never lets. Up. I feel great with this, as my guides and angels seem to be communicating with me every day and night as usual, but definitely getting my attention during my rest periods after my work, although doing too. And throughout the evening and night, such deep, energized, yet soothing energy. Grace to you. Okay. Several things that I think about when it comes to food. So I try to explain this. When we're doing the ascension process, and we are, more and more we're getting access to more and more light, and our eating habits are changing, because that's my experience, that my body has been handling this for itself. My body didn't want to have coffee or alcohol or meat or eventually fish. And so it's been a process for me, and this has been going on since I started with yoga, and that was 2004. So for me, it's a process of, your body don't want to ingest certain like alcohol and caffeine and things like that also. And also it has your body is guiding you when it comes to meat as well, and also fish. When I talk about meat, I also mean like all dead animals. I mean seafood as well. So that happens automatically when you're raising your vibration, when you're going through the ascension, and when you have passed through the ascension, your body doesn't want animals at all. So that's the goal. So if you want to help yourself, if you want to help your body in this process, you can be more aware of this. But it's not that you should or should not do things. So because that will just create an opposite thing, like, oh, I should not eat candy, I should not eat meat, because then you're just craving for having meat, right? And so be nice to yourself, be really nice to yourself in this process, but just create an awareness around it. And also, I had this summer, I'm very open about my own process. Some of you you don't know that much about me, but I'm usually very open, but not private. I'm sharing a lot. And during this summer, as you know, I was going through this grieving process and also cleansing a lot of like darkness or shadows within myself. And I was starting eating fish, and also wanted to try out to balance my hormones. I got this tip from another friend saying that, yeah, you should eat salmon again. And it's like, okay, I'll try that and see what happens, to see how my body reacts. So how I see it also, when you're doing some cleansing on like deeper, more heavy emotions, your vibration gets lower, and also your body needs is craving, and it's nothing wrong with that, because you're on that vibrational level. So if you're healing a heavy emotion, it's very common that you not doing so well with your food. I don't know if I can explain this, but so this was a part of the process. That's what I'm getting. This was a part of the process, and also some people do experience that. You go sort of like back in your diet, and all of a sudden you start eating meat again, and you have been a vegetarian for like 20 years, and you know what's going on here. And that can be like a sign of that you're clearing out heavy emotions or traumas, and can be from past lives and things like that. So don't be hard on yourself, but just create an awareness around it as well. And sometimes, of course, it can be more like an addiction, and also you're keeping yourself from growing. So that's also another aspect of it. It's like um, you're really, raising your vibrations, like, and then you start eating candy, a lot of candy again. It's like, oh, you're blocking yourself because, oh, am I worth this? So you're not feeling worthy of doing this ascension process. And so there can be many different aspects in this. I just wanted to touch on them, all. And but the main focus about meat, and that's what you're asking about, is that it does contain the energy of death. And of course, death is included in this process, but taking another one's life is not in alignment of where we are going. Death is something for the third dimension. This is for this illusion, for this realm. And so where we are going in the ascension, like after, quote unquote, the ascension, we are more in alignment with universal law, like in general. And ahimsa, look that word up, do no harm. It's a yogic term. Ahimsa is one of the pillars of the new earth. So so right now I'm trying not to kill like mosquitoes and things like that. I'm on that level, and I'm like, no, I'll let you live. So ahimsa, it's the way of honoring life. So that's the whole thing about not eating meat. It's about honoring life, honoring God's presence. We're not supposed to live in a death cult, okay? So, but please don't be hard on yourself. You were mentioning, oh, I'm getting confessional. Yes, and that's why I also share my own journey this summer, because I all of a sudden, after many years of being a vegetarian, I just felt like eating salmon. But now I stopped again, like in August or something. So now I don't feel like, no, I can't do it anymore. But it was part of the process, and be nice to yourself. We always have to be loving and accepting and nice to ourselves. So that's why I'm also sharing my own journey. So thank you for writing in about this. I hope that clarifies it. Another question. Hello, my symptoms this last week were a slight headache Tuesday through Friday and a little anger release during those 10 days. I usually don't get headaches or get angry over little things, but I noticed it. Some aches in my left shoulder for a couple of days. By Saturday, I felt good. Was this all a purging process from past and now timelines? Thanks. Yes, I should say, as I mentioned in the beginning, especially during the Swedish or the Scandinavian round we did with activation of the pineal gland and all the chakra activations, focusing on the head, people had a lot of headaches. So I think it has also to do with all the activations, mainly, I would say. Also, it like headaches is also like a detox symptom, and also as you're writing about your anger, this is as you're writing here, it's like a purging process. Yes, it is. So you're getting contact with those parts of yourself that are very angry, and I hope that you have processed that in a beautiful way, and looking at what part of you is angry and why is it angry and what happened, and if you feel the need to, or you just, giving that part of yourself so much love and acceptance. Another question. I'm experiencing something I've never experienced before, and it might have to do with this book. With this book I'm reading, my mom passing, or of course this healing program. One afternoon, while in my room reading, I felt as my soul is traveling, and I can't feel my physical body while doing so. Not sure where my soul is traveling, but I'm able to hear voices in the background and seeing images and lots of different colors, and I know I'm not sleeping. Is this normal? And what is it exactly that I'm experiencing? Looking forward to hearing from you kindly. Yes, it's totally normal. Nothing strange about this. I mean, when you're receiving all these energies, you're raising your frequencies, you're raising your vibration, and you're getting access to the higher realms, I would say. And I had to think about what your experience and your experience. Yeah, so it's more like an access to different realms, and you're getting more aware of it. That's what I would say, because you've been accessing these realms before in a way, but not in that steady way. What's the word? Like a clear way, but and also now you're starting to remember that you actually are doing these astral travelings, like travels through night. So you're getting more aware of it, and that's because you're getting more aware of you being a multidimensional being. So you have access to all these different dimensions. So that's a way of getting more aware of that, and also this has to do with the 11th gate, because you're accessing more of all of you, like in all different dimensions. So it's just a reflection of that. So it's totally normal, absolutely. Hi Zoe, extremely grateful for the strong healing and everything that has happened. Cleared out heavy energies and programming. Both Sananda and Maria Magdalena, Mary Magdalene, it's in English, have been with me during the process. Experienced a lot from previous lives. Also found me in the tunnels you have described. I've seen how my cosmic team pulled entities and energies out of my body, and that they have been strongly present. So grateful for everything that has come to the surface and how I get closer to my own truth. I have 2 questions. I experience it as if my energy body and my physical body are not compatible. Feeling, for example, that the energy does not go straight into the body. It feels as if the energy goes into the spine. This probably sounds quite strange, but also that my head is screwed on the body. I think it's supposed to be. Do you know what it could be due to? It seems like you have some kind of block here. It's very common that because our energy body has not, it's very common for the energy body or the light body to not be in like a strong connection to the physical body. Why? It's because the light body is much more high frequent, more high vibrating than the physical body. So the light body, like the soul, is traveling, as the person was mentioning before, but it has a problem with like fusing and coming together with the physical body because of the different vibrations. What I would suggest you to do is to do a detox, or like, I don't know what you have been doing before, I don't know you, but if you would like to do some kind of detox, might be like a physical detox with herbs and things like that, but also like emotional detox. So because I feel like I see your body has some blocks that are sort of like hindering your light body to actually connect. So let the energies of this process, of this program, cleanse you, and ask for that. The healing team, they know, but it's this way. But I'm telling you now, it's a way of being more aware of the process. Like, okay, please cleanse my body, because in that way your frequency of your physical body will also be raised, and the vibration will be raised with your physical body, and the merge of the light body and the physical body can be facilitated in that kind of way. So I see it's a difference in vibration, because your light body is now, the energies are working a lot with the light body, and your physical body is not really, coming with the process in the same way. And so just be aware of that, and ask for support in that process to cleanse your physical body, and to get support in merging them. Another question from the same person: have previously been able to speak a few single words of a language of what I think is light language. This has been strengthened during the healing and is now flowing on. What is the difference between light language and cosmic language? And when you speak cosmic language, do you get what is being said? Thank you so much for everything you do with warmth. Uh, yes, about light language and cosmic language. I think you are Swedish who are writing this. So there is actually a free workshop or free speech, not free speech, free lecture, free lecture of or free workshop. Actually, it's a workshop on YouTube, and you can sign up for that. So you can write to Annette, and she will guide you, or you can find it on the Swedish website as well. So there is a whole lecture on cosmic language, and there I talk about the difference between light language and cosmic language in more detail. I cannot go through this here, but I will make a video with the explanation and my experience of speaking cosmic language. It's similar to light language, but it's not really the same thing. But the main difference, what I can say, is that cosmic language it's more focused on, it is focused on the ascension process, and supporting and helping you in that process. So that's the main difference with light language and cosmic language. Because I've been asking my guides, I don't know how many times, like, why do I have to call this cosmic language? Because other people are calling this kind of language light language. So I find that just very confusing. But they say, yeah, you're supposed to call it cosmic language because that's what it is. But I can't go into detail. It has to do with Atlantis, with the connection to Atlantis, and also connection to the Pleiades. It has to do with different aspects. And you also ask if I do understand what I'm saying during when I'm speaking. And yes, I do understand, but not the whole, like all the details. I get like a summary of what I'm talking about, but the words, if I'm saying like one word or two words, they're like a whole chapter or like a whole book. That's how it works. It's almost a little bit similar to like Chinese language, when you have a sign and that sign is saying a lot of different things. It's not just a word, but or actually it's a verb. It's just one sign for, and it means more. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but so yes, I do understand what I'm talking about, but not in detail. But I get more like a summary, like an overview of what I'm speaking about. And hopefully I will be releasing, I was hoping to do it actually before Christmas, but I do understand now that I'm not going to be able to release them before Christmas. So hopefully it's going to be in January, somewhere around that, and I will record the cosmic language video for you guys as well. I cannot promise you anything, because there are so many things going on at the moment, so you never know what they want me to prioritize, my guides. But that's my aim, that's my goal anyways. So now we are entering week 3. We have already started week 3. And I'm just going to read through very quickly. Day 15, strengthen your sovereignty. Day 16, connect to the global golden light network. That's going to be awesome. I love that one. Day 17 is also very powerful. Transmission of the golden frequency. And for this one, I do suggest you to use a crystal, to use a quartz crystal. Some of you have this crystal and you can use it during the session. I truly recommend it because it is the golden frequency that is programmed into this crystal. But if you have like another quartz crystal, that's fine too. If you want to hold it in your hand, for example, or have it on your forehead, or beside your bed if you're receiving during your sleep. In that way, you will download the codes of the golden frequency into the crystal. So I repeat that for day 17, transmission of the golden frequency. I do suggest you to use a crystal, either the pendant that I sell, or you might as well use a quartz crystal. Please cleanse it before. And if it's programmed before, do not use it. It's like an unprogrammed quartz crystal, but most of the crystals that are sold are not programmed. So and this will facilitate the download of the codes of the golden frequency into that crystal, and you can use it afterwards, and you can meditate on it. You can use it like holding it while you're meditating, or when you receive other like if you're just laying down and receive some healings or something like that, and you can connect to the golden frequency in a much easier way in that way. So day 18, connect to your star family. Day 19 and 19, 20, and 21 have the theme, the Lightworkers Network. It's actually day 19 and 20 have the same themes, the Lightworkers Network, purification, upgrading, and reinforcement. And the last day, the Lightworkers Network lifts the whole earth and its people into the power of love. And that is on the winter solstice. Yay! I talked about the extra week in the last feedback video, so I'm not going to do it this time. And you can read about it as well as the schedule in the email that is sent out. There's a product, there's a link, you can read about it there. And it's also on your members page. We will not post it in the Facebook group because there are other people that have been doing the last program in the same group. And this is only for the participants of this 21-day healing program. But you will find it on the members page, and as well as the emails that we send out. And the next feedback video is scheduled to be next Tuesday on the 22nd of December. But I have to say, since the winter solstice is the day before, and I have no idea what's going to happen. And for me, it's going to be an energy wave or several energy waves coming to the earth around the 21st. Can be on the 20th, can be in the 22nd. I don't know. Can be like a week after, a week before. It's actually a week before has already been. But so it's really difficult for me to plan. I aim to do it on Tuesday, the 22nd, but I'm not sure if the internet's going to be very reliable, or if I'm gonna be so tired that I'm not able to do it. So we will see, but I will do the feedback video for the last week, of course, eventually, but I'm not sure when. But hopefully it will work just fine. So with that said, I thank you so much for this week, and I'm looking forward to meet you in the higher realms for this last week. And yeah, take care. And I send you all my love. Bye-bye. Bye.